So ever since the iPhone 11, 11 Pro, 11 Pro Max, whatever came out, one of the biggest things for people who are into smart photography is how the heck am I going to be able to use maybe my old filter system or something so that way I can use lenses on it, since now it especially has the 3 lenses, the wide angle be the biggest one, on the newest iPhone, and maybe what was coming out on the Pixel. So no one really knew what was going on. But Sandmarc was one of the first to come out with their first system for lenses, and they did something pretty interesting. So what they did is they made a wider clip so that way you can also fit in all 3 lenses into one, and they kind of did one universal thing so that way, once again, you don't necessarily need a certain case for it, and it's pretty universal to anything now because of how wide it is, and it's just one bigger filter that screws on that you can use for any of the lenses. So Sandmarc made the hybrid filters, and it's basically some of their newest line now. They started just doing when the iPhone 11 came out, and it's in some of their newer filters as well, and it's their hybrid filters. It is basically an ND polarizer built into one, and that is a great combo to have because separately, you know, it's good to have as well. You cut on the reflections and get a faster shutter speed, use a shallower aperture in very, very bright lit situations, a very big sunny day outside when you normally cannot. But having them both in the one saves on money, keeping track of equipment, and it's just, they kind of go together and you really don't, degrade your image quality by using both of those into one. The thing that they did here is that they made them hybrid, and you get a pack of 3 that come in a little case like this, right here. You unfold it. You have 3 different intensities of ND and the same polarization. Now, as soon as the newest iPhone came out, I reached out to Sandmarc and asked, hey, do you want to work together on something? So they did send this out for review, but they did not pay me in any way. All the views are of my own and throughout the review. I really like what Sandmarc does. I've worked with them before for something earlier in the year, this year in 2019, and I just like what they did, and they were pretty much one of the first to market with this thing right here. And like I was saying, they have newer filters out that you can use for your cameras and stuff now too, so I'll link a lot of that down below. But like I said, one of the biggest things I wanted to see is, well, what can you do with the new phone? It's bigger, it's wider, but they figured it out. So you've seen it before, you take your iPhone, you clip right onto the back. It's wide enough now so that you can see all of your lenses in it. But like I said, it comes with a 3-pack in this hybrid pack right here. So basically it comes down to what ND filter do you want? They have an ND 64, 32, 16 in regards to the strength that you want and how much light you want to cut out, and use for whatever you need. These are built very, very well. The glass right here, it's gorgeous. It's high quality. Like I said, you don't lose anything. There's no bad color rendition. I'll show you a couple examples, a little bit of video that I took and how it cuts down on the sky. You get what would be overblown image that I shot on my iPhone 11 Pro Max, whatever it's called. And it basically gave me the clear blue sky instead of where it was, and I kept the settings the same because I locked them. But like I said, you can even see on the water, the polarization works just like any polarization should. You just spin the little ring up front. So basically, they act as they should, but like I said, the only difference is the intensity, 16, ND16 being lower, 32, 64 being higher, and all depending on how much light you want to cut out. But they're 130 bucks. I think it's a good buy if you're especially into videography, but you could do long exposures with these as well. Obviously, you could get a more drastic result. Now, iPhone, once again, Apple doesn't have manual options in their photo app or anything, so you have to go external. I actually like to use a Pro Camera, is what it's called for me. I like that app. I think it's only like a couple bucks, if that at all, so I like to use that there. Google's got some good options as well. So like I even used it with the Pixel, the newest Pixel 4 XL. And then the other cool thing is if you had older Sandmarc lenses, you could still use them together. Let me show you what I had. Right here I have the telephoto lens from my the older Sandmarc that doesn't fit on this newest one. But what the cool thing is, they still made the newer lenses adaptable enough so that way you can still screw them on to your older Sandmarc lenses or whatever you have. So once again, this is the telephoto. This is the ND 64 and polarizer. There's the mount right here, and you can just screw it onto it right here. So that way you still have full control and you can use them on your older lenses. So it's not like they go to waste or anything. They're still fully adaptable. That was a very, very smart move on Sandmarc's behalf. So go check out Sandmarc stuff. Once again, I'll leave a link down below in the description and probably a pinned post. They've got their new hybrid filters out there. Once again, ND, polarization. You can get them for your newest smartphone, and you can even get them for your newer lenses as well. They've got step up, step down rings. So you have full versatility. So once again, and people that I've recommended this to and that I've bought from them as well have pretty much echoed the sentiment as well. It's very, very good. So give it a check out. I like what they do. I like their stuff. And the fact that you can pretty much use this mount on any of them. And I know there's other universal ones out there, of course, but the way they came to market with it first and really kind of jumped on it, very, very good. And they make good stuff.